Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're here at Paultons Park. The last time we came here I was around 8 and Tornado Springs was not open. It was currently being built and we're literally in Tornado Springs as Storm Chaser goes off, and we are really excited for today because it'll be our first time in Tornado Springs and some of these rides look absolutely brilliant. And apparently there's more cleanliness and the staff are way more nicer than apparently Merlin theme parks. So let's see if that is true. We're about to go on Storm Chaser as we're talking about it. So it looks cool. It kind of looks like Dragon's Fury. I'll see you after I get off it. So guys, we've just came off of Storm Chaser and that kind of felt like Dragon's Fury but was a really different experience. It was a bit more slow and they had 4 carts together instead of just one by themselves. So that was actually quite good. We're about to go on Slime, I can't say the word but it's right behind me. Cyclonator. There's, if you want to read it, there it is. And it's kind of, I'm going to try it because possibly next time we go to Fort Park, because it's quite a lot like this, that we could go on some of them and enjoy it. And I'll see you after we get off it. So guys, we've just got off like I can't say the word still, but that was quite scary, but I really enjoyed that actually. Now we're going to go and be a pilot. Look, oh the cart's not here, but we're going to be a pilot. Can't wait to fly my very own plane. Can't wait for it. See you after I get off. So guys, we've just came off of farmyard flies. I keep mixing them two up now. And we were actually good pilots. We were at the front and we were brilliant pilots. Pilots. We definitely did not bump a lot. And the track was kind of like Scorpion Express a bit. Plus the theming is really good. We are about to go on Windmill Towers, I think. Pretty sure. We're here. We're in the queue. So we are. But I shall see you after we get off the ride. So guys, we've just got off Windmill Towers and now we're on Trekking Tractors, I'm pretty sure. Windmill Towers was basically just like Fire and Ice and Freefall, but a bit more small. Plus only one of the towers was working, so that was a bit weird. Anyway, we're already on Trekking Tractors as there are animals behind me, I'm pretty sure. There they are. And let's see if we can not crash the tractor, I guess, because it's a nice little calm ride, looking at all theming and all. I'll see you after Trekking Tractors. So it's currently just stopped and we got told we're going to get out in a minute, so we've got to stay seated. We'll update you. We found out these are real. Also it's a sensory problem, so we're about to be back on moving, but they're real. That's actually kind of cool. There's also cabbages around there which are real, so that's kind of cool. I'll see you after we get off this. So guys, we've just came off of Trekking Tractors. That was actually fun. Even though we stopped, we kind of stopped in the correct place where it was kind of good to look at, and the workers were really nice when we were stuck. They were really nice. So basically it goes like they said apparently, that theory. We're going to go on Storm Chaser. There we go. I keep thinking it's Speed Chaser, but we're going to go on Storm Chaser. Maybe we get a different row rather than the front, or pick, hopefully. And I shall see you after we get off Storm Chaser. So guys, we've just came off of Storm Chaser and we were at the front again, so sadly not at the back, but the front was actually a bit more intense, so I think every time you go through they're all in a different way, so that was actually kind of enjoyable. It's around lunch, so we're going to try here in the new land. Well, it's not new because it came out a while back, but it's new to me. So we're about to possibly have some lunch, but so far it's only showing breakfast, so we're going to wait. If not, we may go to another ride, but if we do have lunch, I'll probably say it in the next bit, and then what ride we're going on. So I'll see you after lunch. So we ordered some food, don't worry about the food, but it's actually kind of cool because it goes really good with the theming. So we're gonna eat food now. Got the map out, so we're gonna see what we could plan to do next. So guys, we've just had our lunch and we're about to come out of this nice land, and I kind of want to go back in, even though we ain't exited yet. To be honest, that food was actually really good. The portions were spot on correct for each type of grown-up or child. But we're going to head over to Caterpillar. Fun fact, last time I went on it, I almost flew out the seat, so I'm kind of scared. Hopefully it's good. Also, I remember it being a bit creepy, so yeah. So hopefully the face isn't creepy and I don't fall out the seat. I didn't actually fall out the seat, I almost did, felt like it. So I'm definitely not putting my hands up on it because that's what happens when you put your hands up sometimes. Anyway, I shall see you after we get off Caterpillar. That face is terribly creepy and you can't not agree with me. So guys, we've just came off of Caterpillar coaster. I almost felt like falling out again. Very rough and a bit terrible for me. But we also had kids on the back screaming in love of that coaster. But now we're going to go through this little garden. We may see some more weird animals like you saw on the head of that coaster. But after this we'll probably be near more of the grown-up rides, if you know what I mean. So I shall see you after we go through this nice little calm area. On Dinosaur Tour, I'm the driver.
That sounded mighty close.
I kind of did, to be fair.
I know I might come across as a fearless and intrepid explorer, but deep down, I'm a safety man through and through. So please remain seated and keep your arms and legs in the car at all times.
Arms and legs in the car, because we may experience.
Looks like there's some major work going on over there to the right.
Right, when we get off this ride, I'll talk to you after my driving. And I'm getting wet. Oh, joy. It sprayed at you. I regret my choices of going on this now. I'll see you after the ride. So guys, we've just came off of that little Jeep ride and we were getting wet after I stopped recording immediately. But we are going to go on the pterosaur, I'm pretty sure. Flight of the pterosaur. There we go, I have to remember because there's a silent P in it. When I first came here, which was when I was around 8, I went on this about 10 times in a row. So I wasted all day on this. So hopefully it's as good as I expected it from my 8-year-old mind to my 13-year-old mind. So I shall see you after we get off. So guys, we've just came off Flight of the Pterosaur. That was a bit more different. I think it was a bit more intense ever since I last went. But it was still actually pretty good. We're now going to go on Velociraptor. I can't say it, I'm terrible at saying dinosaur names. But this purple right behind me. We're going to see if we could like it. And I'll see you after. So guys, we've just came off the Velociraptor. That was kind of like Mandrill Mayhem a bit, except for we weren't dangling and we didn't go upside down. I did kind of like that actually. We're going to go ahead onto Dino Chase because it's a small little ride right next to Velociraptor. Hopefully it's not as bad as Caterpillar. So yeah, see you after the ride. So guys, we've just came off of Dino Chase. It's right there actually. And we kind of actually liked that. It was a bit slow, but at the end there's kind of a little extra boost to make it go quite fast at the end. So that was kind of actually fun. Prefer that a bit more over Flight of the Pterosaur. There we go. I am terrible with dinosaur names. I always have to rely on my father for these. But we're gonna have a little rest to see what rides we could go on because it's very hot. So we just have a little sit down and a little drink. But I shall see you on the ride that we choose or activity we choose. see you then. Decision has been made. We're going to go on magma. That don't really look like magma to me, but hopefully it feels like magma, if you get what I mean. So I'll see you after the ride. So guys, we've just came off the magma, and that was kind of like croc drop, but I felt like that was a tinsy wincy bit, not as good as croc drop, but everything was really good. The drops were good, everything else. Just took a bit longer to load everybody. But now we're going to head over to Cobra. Well, we're already here as it's behind me, or the track. And I'm really excited because last time I absolutely was crying my head off when I went on this. But please note, I was around 8 then. So hopefully I could try it and like it. See you after Cobra. So guys, we've just came off of Cobra. That was actually quite good, to be honest. That was a better reaction, probably because I went on Rattlesnake in Chesington before coming back over to Paultons to try Cobra. But anyway, we're going to head over to Edge, which is actually kind of in front of us because we're sitting down. Hopefully it's as good as Cobra, because not Cobra the coaster, but the Cobra in Chesington. This kind of like me is riding Cobra Edge, there we go, I remembered the name, absolutely made me almost throw up everywhere when I came here for my first time and tried my first ever coaster that was like me as in Cobra. So hopefully this could be better than my first reaction on Edge. So I shall see you after we get off Edge. So guys, we've just came off of the Edge. That was actually an okay ride, except from the seat belts is kind of a pain because you have to get extra ones sometimes. Not for me, but for some of the other guests on the ride, and it takes a bit longer. Also, the ride kind of broke down, so we had to wait around 10ish minutes. Plus, when you go for a drop, there's a massive bang, and it hurts. Yeah, it hurts. Anyway, Cobra's another walk on, so let's just go on Cobra again. Barely a walk on. I'll see you in a minute. So guys, we've just gotten off of Cobra and we are very hot that we're going to go on Raging River rafts. Hopefully if we get wet. And Cobra was actually kind of good because there was no queue. Literally, we walked on and we got put on. Anyway, I'll see you after Raging River Splash. I think it's that. Yeah, Raging River Splash. We're calling it now. Alright, see you after. So guys, we've just got off of Raging River Splash. That's the best water we've got. You get wet, but you don't get drenched like River Rafts does in Chesington. And you get 2 little drops. A bit like Tiger Rock, if you know what I mean. But you don't get too wet, or you don't get less wet. So it's a good ride. I prefer it better than Tiger Rock and River Splash. It's really good. We're going to have a little sit down, even though we're going to dry out once again. But see if you could guess the ride we go on next. I shall see you on that ride. So guys, we've just came off of Paultons Railway, and that was actually a bit of an enjoyable ride. We got to have a little sit down and look at some behind the scenes. Not that much of behind the scenes, but you can see a bit of where the workers work and all. But we're literally about to go into Peppa Pig World, the best land of the park. No, for my age, no it's not. But we're going to go on every ride, and, well, not every ride, but most rides we could possibly do, and depressingly remember what it was when I was younger to be here with my very young sister at the time, going crazy about Peppa Pig. But anyway, let's see what ride we go on. Oh my god, they're doing a meet and greet with Peppa Pig. They're doing a meet and greet with Peppa Pig whilst I'm talking. Anyway, I shall see you on one of the rides in the land. So guys, we've just came off of Grampy's Rabbit Sailing Club, and that was actually okay. It was better than I last went on the ride, and I understand why my baby sister at the time was crying, because of how spinny it is. To be fair, I could see most of the things, but as a baby, if you're kind of spinning around, it's a bit hard to see and understand them. Anyway, we're gonna pick to go on this skyline one. I forgot the name. It's gonna pop up as soon as we go round this corner. Is it? Let's see if it pops up. Ta-da! No, it hasn't popped up. If you know, good job. If you don't, we'll try again next time. Anyway, I'll find the name out and I'll tell you after we get off the ride. So I'll see you after we get off the ride. So guys, we've just came off the Queen's Flying Coach. I finally found out the name, and we actually enjoyed that. It's a brilliant rest for this type of hotness. Plus, you kind of go in the shade now and then when you're on the ride, and the theming and everything's spectacular. Talking about resting, I'm about to just stop the recording to turn my phone around to show you some meerkats. We've fed meerkats in Chesington, but we're not allowed to feed them in Paultons Park, so let's see them. I'll show you. Let me just flip the camera around and you can look at them. See you in a minute. There they are. Look at them. Resting in the sun. And somehow they found shade. That's how some penguins are dealing with them, and other penguins are deciding just to continue swimming, but a bit more longer than normal. So guys, we've just came off of Slycrotonator. You know the ride, but I can't say it properly. I'm just speaking gibberish today, really. As that was our last ride of the day, it was actually really good. The only problem was the sun, the seating, and feeling like you're upside down made me feel a bit sicky. But majority of all was a brilliant day. We were able to get quite a lot of rides on really busy days, or most times normal days are very busy, and we were even able to see if the myth was true, if the staff were nice and if there was lots of cleanness. And I have not seen a single part of dirtiness or litter at all in the park today. And if I ever did, I've seen a member pick it up and put it in the bin. So it's been really well. Plus, we've been treated very nicely by every single staff member we've talked to today. So I think it's been a brilliant day for overall, and I think that myth is very true, because at most Merlin parks they're a bit moody and you normally see stuff everywhere, even though there's a bunch of bins telling you to put the rubbish in there. But anyway, that's going to sum our day off of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.